How many genders are there?
2. It's a spectrum, so like a lot.
Can you name me a few?
You can be man, female. You could be there's so many. A demi-girl, a demi-boy.
This is a stupid question.
How many are there?
I don't want to participate anymore.
I don't think there's really an answer to that, given that gender is kind of a social construct, so it's different for every person and also in different cultures.
As many as you want to believe.
Can you name me like a few?
So there's a whole spectrum of them. Obviously,
there are many. There's a lot. So
name me a few.
There is male, female, genderqueer, non-binary. Obviously, the whole trans community.
After 4 hours of standing in this concrete block, after the police cutting everyone else out, I'm the last one here, and we have made our point for the day, but don't make us come back and do it again, because we will, and I definitely will.
Mental illness is on the rise, because there's no way a grown man felt that it was okay to put himself in cement just to make a point. They should have picked him up and carried him out like a goddamn Oscar.
Shame on you.
I was just wondering if you want to, I bought them for you. Would you like
Bought them for me.
Just for you.
Do you know who that is?
It's my granddad's chicken, actually.
So that's a baby chicken.
No, it's an adult one.
Oh, he's back because this guy is so fucking triggered. He thinks that he's such a masculine. He's gonna get all the bros some babies to eat. Yeah?
Imagine trying to take advice from somebody that got their tushy out as they talk to kids. Whether somebody wants to be vegan for health or for their morals, that's their business. However, the animal life argument don't make sense. Simply because in order to have these crops, animals have to be disposed of because they have to protect the crops. So somebody's gonna have to go either way. And if you don't like the fact that somebody has to go in order for you to eat, then you might as well be a fish. A bottom feeder at that.
What gender do you think you are?
I'm a male.
Maybe I think you're a woman.
No, legally I'm a male. It says on my driver's license that I'm a male.
What if I say I don't believe you?
It doesn't matter.
What gender do you think I am?
I would assume you're female.
See, you're making assumptions.
Yes.
I identify as non-binary.
Respectfully, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
What pronouns should I use?
You should use they/them pronouns.
What if I don't?
If you don't, I would consider that disrespectful, and that's actually an act of violence to intentionally misgender someone.
Here we come to the issue. You just said that's an act of violence. That means it's an actionable offense. That means it's a crime. We have no idea how many pronouns there are. We can never know how many pronouns there are. And to not use a proper pronoun is an act of violence against them. Did you ask my pronouns before you sat down?
No, I didn't ask your pronouns.
Gotcha. You just talked about me being privileged. You understand? No one goes around asking pronouns before they speak with me.
I don't know if you caught it, but listen to her first mistake.
What gender do you think you are?
She just admitted it herself. What gender do you think you are? Now what are you? Just told on yourself. The fact that she thinks it's appropriate for everybody to try to figure out what gender did you want to be today, and if I don't get it right, then I go to jail, that's like playing Russian roulette every single day of her life, just trying to have a conversation.
3 days a week, she taught LGBTQ curriculum in her class. How many of those students are excelling in that classroom? Is everybody in that class getting A's in math, English, grammar, social studies? That we can dedicate 3 days a week to teach 8-year-olds about sexual orientation? I don't care what kind of sex is being discussed. The word sexuality, nudity, does not belong in the ears in a classroom of 8-year-old kids. And when a parent showed their concern, what does this teacher do? Completely disregards and goes behind the parent's back trying to find ways of how to continue these lesson plans. If you guys want to talk about including all, listening to all, every student matters, our kids matter too. And we don't want those subjects being taught to children who are just 8 years old.
She's 10. No, I don't rate myself. You're 100. No. She's 100. I'm not gonna rate myself none because that shit don't matter. It matters what's up here, period. Mine. Let's go! I'm a real I got money, baby. This Chanel, 7 bands. This BBL, 10 bands. I'm a real bitch.
I thought it matters what's up here, and then you pointed to your BBL.
Listen. I'm a few Zachary.
I'm real. Look at what I got that's fake. You got a Chanel purse, a BBL, makeup on, all that so she can go outside and meet a guy that's going to come up to her and say, look, you look like you know how to read. I would love to explore your mind. She better be lucky that it's not only what's up here that matters.
Assuming that it would help to accept them more into society, would you change your position on transgenderism?
First of all, nobody cares about transgenders being in society. You're an adult, you can do whatever you want. I don't think the problem is with them. The problem is them trying to push in on kids and try to push women to the side. That's the problem. The only problem. If you're an adult and you want to wear some assless chaps, that's your business.
The position on transgenderism I want to clarify so that I can tell you what I would change and what I wouldn't change. What I would not change is the idea that you cannot force people to call you what you want to be called. That is anathema to a free society. I will also not change the idea that we should not indoctrinate children in blatant biological falsehoods like there's no such thing as male and female. I think it's very important that kids know there is such a thing as male and female, and that these are real categories, and that a man cannot become a woman and a woman cannot become a man. I think that confusing children about this stuff carries its own inherent dangers. Kids are easily confused and easily screwed up.
Still have the choice, ultimate authority over what happens to her body.
But there's a child inside of her body.
Hold on.
Not what about meth?
Like, should she be allowed to do meth?
Yeah, switches up now.
I think if someone is doing meth while they're pregnant, that it is completely acceptable for something like, I don't know what the name of the service is in the United States.
Child services?
Yeah.
It's her body, though.
Yeah, it's her body.
If she wants to do meth, what's the big deal?
The big deal is that she's intentionally trying to kill a child.
Hold on there a minute.
Yeah, and I see where we're going.
I don't understand what you're saying.
This man is pro-choice and argues that it's not really a child inside there, it's just a fetus. But then slipped up and made the mistake to say that she can't do certain things to her body because she's intentionally trying to end the child. These people don't even understand their own logic. When you argue from an emotional standpoint, it tends to not make sense in the long run. This is why we shouldn't make decisions based on our emotions, and we should make it based on logic.
Why do I have to be accountable for the white race?
For yourself.
Right, so if I'm racist, I'll take responsibility for that.
You probably are not racist.
Well, thank you. So then why do I have to comment on somebody else's racism?
But what you should do is take accountability for the racism around you.
But why would you say take responsibility? How can I take responsibility for somebody else's actions? Do you know that a black person is 18.5 times more likely to shoot and kill a police officer than a police officer is to go and shoot an unarmed black man?
Is that the question that I asked you?
No, you asked a hypothetical about if I'm going to take accountability for a racist police officer.
So again...
But I mean, you don't understand, if I inverted it on you, would you take accountability for all the black police in America?
That was funny.
No, would you? No. Why don't you take accountability for all the black police in New York?
I wouldn't take accountability.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Logic don't even matter no more. It's just whatever. I give up. And these are college students. These are the people that's going to be working in every single job in society. It's an asteroid.